I decided to go into social work because my mother was a drug addict and she passed away from her addiction, and my uncle did as well. And I also had my struggles and am now 6 years sober. So I wanted to do something where I would be helping people with similar struggles. I was working on my bachelor's degree in social work, and they require a certain amount of internship hours, and I was looking for places to intern at, and I didn't really feel connected to any of them. But then my grandma brought up the idea of Adorned and Compassion Washington, and that she knew Christine. So she connected me with Christine. Christine said yes, and we prayed, and miraculously my school decided that that would be okay for me to do my internship there. So I worked at the boutique, raising awareness of human trafficking, working with the ladies to sell dresses to fund the ministry. I also worked at the ministry office, doing Mending the Soul with survivors. And then I also helped Christine with some of her tasks that she had to complete as director. I also worked at the clinic. That was another wonderful event that we did. I got to be a shepherd, which is technically a case manager at the clinic, where you direct people to the services they need and just kind of walk them through, check in on how they're doing, and make sure that they got to each of the services that they needed. Another thing that I was really surprised with was the amount of people that came to the clinic and how many services we were able to provide for people that really needed it on that day. The clinic is a wonderful place where you can get free medical and dental care without having to provide really very little information. You don't have to have insurance, you don't have to pay a thing. So that's a wonderful place for a survivor to go, or somebody who's currently in that life, just to get those services, because it can be discouraging to go to a doctor or a place where you do have to provide documentation and have to pay a copay. So we had basic medical checkups, we had dental services. I believe they even performed extractions at the dental hub. We also had chiropractic care, we had haircuts, and then we also had a prayer team as well. The boutique is wonderful. Not only is it a place where a bride can get a dress for a fraction of the cost, but it's also a place where you can learn about human trafficking. We provide awareness to people that come in. And then it's also a wonderful place where someone can donate their dress and it can have a purpose, because the proceeds go directly to fund the ministry and to helping survivors. In the next few years, my prayer is that I would be a marriage and family therapist. I'd like to help people struggling with addiction, people who are having troubles in their marriage, or people who just suffer from anxiety, trauma from sexual abuse, or whatever the case may be. I want to help people find freedom with Jesus Christ like I have.